Hi, I'm Chris.
Jenny, Donna Khan, Alison Morris.
My name's Adam Rigby.
I'm Alan James.
My name's Dominic James.
I'm John Dunham.
Hi, my name is Shanatha.
It's Natasha Turfa.
Hi, my name is Leslie Story.
Hi, I'm Emma.
My name's Kieran Featherstone.
My name's Jason Lamb.
I'm currently sat outside the new secondary school in Meserani. I'm out here with a group of colleagues from work. We're here helping just finish the final parts of the new building.
So we're looking to do water harvesting for the school, solar panels, visiting secondary and primary schools to give supplies that we've brought over from the UK.
And just basically doing as much as we possibly can to be able to support them in their educational needs.
We've done a lot of cultural work with the local Maasai tribe, had a good dance, seen the cultural museums and learnt a little bit about their way of life.
So we're installing 8 water containers. So whilst we've been here, what we've done is we've built the foundations and we've mixed cement, and so we are going to house the water containers in brick buildings. So we've really been working on that to get those finished.
Hi, my name is Peter Swan. I'm the chairman of the Meserani project, which was founded by myself and my wife Diane Swan. The Meserani project is a small-scale project run by a small group of people purely on a voluntary basis. Everything that's done, anybody who commits to this project, like the people behind me now from Virgin Media and O2, like the Kupenda Africa people, everything is done voluntarily.
Whilst we've been out here, the school is literally in the middle of nowhere, but we get the local children coming nearly every day to see what we're up to and interacting with them and seeing what difference we're actually making to their communities is fantastic.
We take so much for granted back at home. Just having accessible roads, you know, having the ability to just pop to the shops, that is not here. You know, that is just not available when you're out in the middle of the bush, and these schools and these local individuals here have to walk for miles to travel to get education, to get to water. So for me, it just makes you appreciate life.
I really feel the bond between the group has really gelled really quickly. I think we come from all different parts of the UK and our personalities have just merged, and we've done nothing but belly laugh. Even through like our low days, it's been absolutely amazing just to quickly go somewhere else and then come back and everyone's just happy together.
really incredible to finish the project work. It was extremely rewarding to walk away and know that a school will have water.
The most memorable part for me really is the relationships that have been built. I brought 16 strangers really together. No more than 3 or 4 of us knew each other before this trip. We've got friendships for life, and certainly as colleagues we're going back to support a business, and we've got contacts we wouldn't have had without this. Shared memories, just brilliant every time.
The most rewarding part for me so far of this trip has been the difference you make to individuals. So installing the solar panels and ensuring that people have electricity is something that we take for granted so much back at home. You know, it's very scarce out here. Water, education, you know, this is what we're doing here, ensures that everyone has got that sustainability to be able to go on and live their lives. So for me the most rewarding part was being able to make a change, more so with the children in the school, and installing the new inverters to make sure that the teachers are stay within that school to support the local children, and just seeing their smiles, it was unbelievable.
So the one lesson I'll take away amongst many is the fact that actually we need to be more humble and be grateful for what we've got, and certainly I will be when I'm going back home. I've seen children as well as adults walking around with tyres for shoes, and it really, really does bring it home that actually we should appreciate what we've got more.
The lessons that I'll take away from this trip to put in my everyday life is really not to take things for granted, which I think we're all guilty of at home. You know, just appreciate the smaller things in life rather than everybody being on phones all the time, or Xbox or PlayStation, or, you know, they don't have anything over here, but they have such a huge family unit and they're always smiling, like I said before. So I think what I'm going to take back with me is to really try to have more family time, really appreciate what you've got while you've got it. So I think that I'm really going to take that back to the UK and really encourage as a family that we come together more and put our phones down and turn the TV off and just really spend quality time together.
We had the opportunity to meet school children that were in, I think it was an advanced English class. The age ranges are quite different to the UK. There were students in there starting their first day of secondary English, and it was their first day. We did various different exercises. The class were focusing on present, verbs, pronouns, etc., rather than past or future. So it's a really interesting lesson, and we actually got to sit with the children and understand what they've learned so far, how they're learning it. The students spoke extremely good English. The young lady, Naima, I was sat with was 20 years old. She was studying French and English in the same school. It was her first day, and from conversations with Naima, I found out something that was quite shocking, which was that to attend school, Naima lives nearly 30 kilometres away. So to get to school and to get home from school, she has to walk for 4 hours across, I suppose, our equivalent of fields, across roads, down the side of roads. So it was quite eye-opening in relation to the commitment that when a child here gets the opportunity for education, what they're willing to do to actually ensure they secure that education and to better themselves.
Yeah, the trip so far has been very humbling, very rewarding. We met with some really good people, some locals, but also on this trip from our work, so fellow Virgin Media employees. They've been really good, so we made a lot of new friends.
I found it amazing. I found it a really, really kind of life-changing trip, just because of seeing the way that people live out here and their struggle to get education and just the basic human needs that we take for granted back in the UK. So I think, as Jules said, it's been a very humbling experience, but a very rewarding and eye-opening one. And echo what she says about making connections with all the wider people at the company. It's been a real bonding experience bringing the group together, getting up to all the different things with the construction project as well as the school visits.
So one day we visited Lossingera Primary School, which has benefited with 4 extra classrooms funded by the Meserani project.
We handed out stationery, some gifts, colouring books, colouring pencils, football shirts, white school shirts. We then ended up having a game of football with the older children there, which we ended up drawing 1-1. It was a good experience. There was very good players.
The children there were just absolutely eye-opening in terms of the sheer happiness at the opportunity to actually be in education.
My most eye-opening experience was being able to give the children at Lossingera School school shirts. These were all donations. We were able to give shirts to this one girl, and to know that she was able to own something that wasn't borrowed to her but from someone else, a really heartwarming moment.
So my most memorable point of the whole trip was something really small, but it was handing out toothbrushes and toothpaste to the primary school kids. Just simple oral hygiene that they've never had. Jules and Alison did a great demonstration on how to brush your teeth, translated by Amos to the class, and something that small will hopefully make a big difference just in their personal lives alone.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze.
So far, my memorable experience it's probably been seeing the kindergarten kids at the Love Life Centre. They are absolutely adorable. They've got such happy faces, they are so innocent, so it's just lovely just seeing all that.
So my most memorable moment is going to the Live Life Centre, where we handed out feminine hygiene products which we brought over with us. Not only that, but we also showed the young girls how to make their own.
So the idea is that in the textiles class they can learn how to make them, and then they can sell them for profit and try and get a bit more money into the centre, or obviously for the girls to keep.
Another highlight of this trip would be we played the local football team in 11-a-side football game.
There was probably over 100 people ended up gathering to watch it, and there was the market sellers came out to sell cold drinks and things like that. But yeah, a really good time.
The way that the VM team sort of united with the locals and mixing up the teams was incredible to see, and the way that the locals bonded with us after the game, wanted to take photographs and really get involved with us was incredible.
So my most memorable part about this was once I was here and I seen how the Meserani project and the Copa were doing to all these children. It was just amazing. So I decided to sponsor a young girl called Naila Sheepa for 4 years in the primary school. And when she came and seen me and I seen her face and sorting out all the things that she could take to school, it just absolutely blew my mind.
My most memorable part of the trip will be the entire trip, but one particular memorable moment will be the smile on Obedi's face. So Obedi is a 14-year-old boy that I'm sponsoring through secondary school. So when we got to meet him, the smile on his face was incredible. We spent the morning going through the shops, collecting some items such as mattresses, mosquito nets. We then went back in the afternoon. We packed a case which consisted of notepads, pens, pencils, toothbrush, toothpaste, the mattress, mosquito net, etc. We then packed them up. They came to the school, we met them, we fitted them with school shirts, some trainers.
Myself as a human being is going to have a huge positive impact on a child's life. And whilst I appreciate you can do that, at home, in the UK, once you've witnessed, observed, and you understand the difference in lifestyle in East Africa versus a Western country.
So the most rewarding part of the trip, I think for both of us, has definitely been having the opportunity to sponsor a child through their education. So myself and Jules have decided that we're going to sponsor Shabani through his secondary education, so that's 4 years. We've gone into this together, which I think makes it a little bit nicer and less of a commitment for either of us. But we've had the opportunity to meet Shabani today, and he sounds like a really great kid. He's 16, so he's dropped out of school, primary school, I guess maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and he's now re-entering education at the stage that he dropped out at it. And we found out today that he wants to be an eye doctor, an optician. So really excited to see where he goes in life, and really excited to have the opportunity to sponsor him. So definitely being the most rewarding part.
Yeah, the same for me. So sponsoring Shabani today, we found out that his mother sells grass for a living, and his father works in a salon. So they don't have that much money to put him through education. So we obviously took that opportunity to sponsor him and provide him with 4 years of education.
Seems like a very cool dude. Takes himself quite seriously, I think.
Yeah, takes himself quite seriously. That's good place to put it.
He enjoyed taking selfies with us.
We took a Polaroid, so each of us have a Polaroid together. So hopefully, the next time we see him, we can obviously show each other photos and see, how much he's grown, how much he's learned, how much he's achieved in that time.
And we made a little handshake up.
Yes.
Three of us.
Should we do it now?
Should we demonstrate? It's not very complicated.
Yeah.
So now he's going to know that's a sacred handshake between the three of us.
My most memorable part is meeting my sponsor. She is a Maasai girl, she's called Nema, she's 16 years old, and she didn't go to school for the last 5-6 years due to financial difficulties, and I'm happy to sponsor her for the next 4 years. She has started school on Monday, this week gone, so it's incredible, and I'm really proud of meeting her and being able to do something which will change her life.
So the most memorable part of my entire trip was when we got to meet the children that we are fortunate enough to be sponsoring. So I'm sponsoring 14-year-old Francesca through her 4 years, or intend to sponsor her for the full 4 years of her secondary education. And the best part was definitely getting to meet her and the sheer joy on her face when she realised that she was getting to go to secondary school, and the amazement at the amount of kit that we were pulling together and giving to her to take away to get ready to start school a couple of days later. That is something I'll never forget.
So for the last 2 weeks we've been in northern Tanzania. What could we have done instead? We could have taken the group to the Lake District, we could have climbed a mountain, we could have cycled across the country. Fundamentally, we've had the same experience, but we've made it different. We've left an impact, we've left a legacy. And the groups here will never know the impact of what they've done, because it will be generations to come that will really reap the benefit. So yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Love